stolen elections, COVID being a hoax.
What does this have to do with a guy in his underwear with a hammer?
And a not effect.
What does this have to do
may not be
with
so
the
well
okay,
balanced.
stop.
What makes us think?
Stop. Shut up. Shut up, you disgusting, despicable, filthy CIA money laundering pedophile. Shut your cake hole. Now my life is in danger because some guy in underwear shows up at Pelosi's house. Whether it's real or not, I got a lot of questions.
Called the wrap-up smear. You smear somebody with falsehoods and all the rest, and then you merchandise them. And then you write it, unless they see it's reported in the press, so they have that validation that the press reported the smear, and then it's called the wrap-up smear. It's a tactic, but I think I'm worth the trouble.
I don't know for certain, but it looks like this was intended for Nancy. He kept asking, where's Nancy? Where's Nancy? But you can't condemn the violence unless you condemn those people who continue to argue the election was not real, it's being stolen, all the malarkey that's being put out there. The talk has to stop. That's the problem.
If you haven't heard yet, at 10:30 a.m. this morning, True the Vote, Greg Phillips and Catherine Engelbrecht, the people from the movie 2,000 Mules, they were actually taken into custody by U.S. Marshals and arrested, jailed, for contempt of court.
He immediately comes out within 1 minute of taking that microphone and connects this to January the 6th.
And, oh, by the way, he just has to be charging his phone in that bathroom. Like, who at 2:30 in the morning, if you're charging your phone, it's next to your bed, right? Nothing makes sense. It hasn't made sense.
It makes no sense. And they're trying to characterize anybody who's asking the obvious questions, they're trying to characterize them as conspiracy theorists.
And I have to respond to that.
Please.
Because look, there are 50 former national intelligence folks who said that what he's accusing me of is a Russian plan. 5 former heads of the CIA, both parties, say what he's saying is a bunch of garbage.
I've got one very simple question. If DePop showed up in clothing, where are his clothes? If he did not show up in clothing, how did he get there? I do not believe for 1 second that they don't have cameras. I don't believe for 1 second that there was no security detail. None of it makes sense.
And if they had a fact pattern, they would come out with a timeline. They'd have a big chart. They'd have a fact check. What about over in Berkeley? He's living in an in-town former nudist colony with a gay pride flag with the marijuana, Black Lives Matter. The neighbors are saying they're a bunch of fiends, a bunch of drug fiends. Last time I looked, that is not MAGA. Would you agree with that? You don't see that guy in the first row in a red ball cap?
If they have the ability to steal an election in the fashion they did, they have the ability to manufacture this entire story.
Nothing here. All I'm saying, and I've said this from the beginning, make this make sense.